The Big Show with Night and Day. Get a hell of a caffeine fix from your local Night and Day.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Monday afternoon. It is the 6th of May, 2024, and you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. Mogi, you stallion, how's life?
Going pretty grousey, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee.
Thanks,
Great
mate.
weekend, great to be back.
Yeah, what a beautiful weekend of weather
Wasn't
we
it
had, certainly in
glorious,
Auckland
babes?
City. Yeah, Keyzie, looking a little rough around the edges. How's life, mate?
Little green around the gills there.
Yeah, a bit green. The hair's a bit sort of all over the place. Did you not put wax in it?
G'day, fellas. No, feeling good. Feeling great, in fact. Well, I was anyway. Had a great weekend. Happy to be back. Booked myself in for a haircut. I'm just overdue.
Right,
That's
okay.
all. Nothing too alarming. Jase, how are you, mate? You look great.
Yeah, thanks, man. Speaking of haircuts, my wife did mine over the weekend with me old shaver there.
Can I see it?
Nah.
Please, can I see it?
Nah.
Please.
Because it hasn't gone well, can I say that? So I need
You have to show us it.
and it was terrible just very quickly because she did it and she went, go and have a look. And I went and had a look and I went, oh, and she went,
With clippers.
yeah, with clippers.
How do you bugger that up?
Do you not like it? And I was like, oh, and she got really upset and offended by that, and
Right.
so she just stormed off. It wasn't great.
Did she do your beard as well?
No, I did my beard. The thing about my beard is there's lots of grey patches, so it looks bare as opposed to brown.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, you
But
did that, did you?
Like you fellas, great weekend. We'll be getting into that next. But a very exciting announcement. The 25K Fiddler, New Zealand.
That's right.
What's this about, man?
It started this morning. Matt and Jerry, in fact, it's one of their sort of initiatives. We've got a whole heap of cash to give away. So anytime you hear a fiddler interfere with a great song, for example, this morning it was the Smashing Pumpkins. That sounds excellent. You just call us straight away, 0800 Hodaki, caller number 100. $1,000.
Can we say interjects,
Yeah.
perhaps? Or
Ruins.
gets in the way of?
What?
Or disrupts.
Disrupts.
Thank you.
Yeah, that would be better for me. But hey, I tell you what, we've got a massive show ahead. Obviously, some Wars chat.
Yeah, we'll have Charlie
with-
Gubb on soon.
Charlie Gubb. All sorts going on over the weekend. Let's get into it.
Yeah, we've also got Wage Against the Machine this hour. Still, don't forget, another chance to win some cash. Plus, Jase is going to test out some stand-up stuff later on. Excited for that.
No need. I'm very confident, Keyzie.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Nah.
Faith No More there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. And another weekend, fellas. Another Warriors loss. 3 on the trot. And I think the nation's in a little bit of despair at the moment, a little bit down in the dumps. So we thought we'd get our good mate Charlie Gubb on the line, legendary ex-Warrior. Charlie, you mad bastard, how's life?
Nah, life's good. And yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, mate.
Absolutely loving it, man. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that are down in the mouth about the Warriors' performance over these last few weeks, but if you've been a fan for any length of time, or probably a player like yourself, Charlie, this is still good stuff.
Oh, we're still right in the thick of it, but you're right. There's it's hard for the new fans, but guys like me and you, Mogi, you know, we've been through this shit before. It's just another day.
Yeah,
3
man.
losses in a row is like a winning streak for the Wars.
But in all seriousness, man, they were looking fantastic, like a Rolls Royce, and they're in that position where they were winning games and still not necessarily playing at their best. They look like beasts. What's happened, Charlie?
I honestly don't know. Like, I was sitting in silence drinking Nesquik after the game, and it was, I couldn't put my finger on it. It's just like they've kind of lost that mojo, you know. Like, no one had to spring in the step. It just looked all so predictable. And the thing that kind of ticked me off was we've been talking about it the last month, really. The discipline's been letting them down, and then in their first 20 minutes, they gave them 5 penalties plus I don't know how many 6 agains coming out of trouble.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's all going wrong. It's there, and it just adds up. They're putting themselves under so much pressure. Then when we do get the ball down their end, everyone's just a bit lethargic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it was, man. It was about 20, 25 minutes. They had 5 penalties, 5 turnovers, and as you say, plenty of repeat sets. I think the thing that sort of had me worried from the start of the game, I thought that 10-day turnaround would have done them the world of good, but as soon as I saw it was pissing down with rain, I thought we'd be in trouble because we are absolute garbage the last couple of years. As soon as the rain starts falling, we are just shocking.
Yeah, you're right. And when they were going out the back to chance, it was
lateral.
It was just lateral, and he just had to stop in his tracks and take the tackle. And then our left edge kind of was almost non-existent. Like they're not really throwing much at them.
Nah.
I know a lot of people bag Tamari Martin, but when he's on. But he's just, they're just not gelling. That whole left edge. You can even put Roger in there. They're just not. They don't look threatening.
Nah.
Charlie, Keyzie here, mate. Hope you're well. If there's that left side, because I know Metcalf, losing Metcalf at the start of the season, he would be on that left side. He was a dynamic ball runner. Do you think that was actually quite a big loss because he's just a different kind of half to Tamari Martin?
Yeah, well, I thought having Tamari Martin would open up Roger more because Luke Metcalf is a run first half and he's super fast. So when they do get front football, Luke Metcalf always takes those meters. But Tamari Martin, he's not even giving Roger the early ball. Like if they're not going to throw anything, I'd rather Roger had the ball in his hands.
Yeah,
so that's just me as a fan. But definitely Luke's a big loss. But we just need them to click because they're all good players and they can do a job. They're just not doing it at the moment.
And we know that they've got the capability because we've seen it. We saw it all last year and we've seen it in patches this year as well. So it's a big tester now for Webster. Now he knows what it is to be involved with the Wars, with the Warriors, and he's going to have to get inside their heads and try and turn that sinking ship around.
Seriously think, Mogi, that's where the problem is. I reckon they've got the yips. Teams get the yips and they lose confidence in their game, and those 2 previous losses are playing in their head and they're moving away from their game plan.
Well, the good
panicking.
thing about it is that they do keep on trying, and I think, Charlie, all those penalties and things are the result of just trying too hard, and you just got to let loose on the reins a little bit and just try and get out there and actually just enjoy the game, and I think it'll probably come a bit easier.
Yeah, you're right. I think, like no one's not trying or no one's letting the team down from effort. But I think when they come off the field, a lot of boys will be disappointed in their execution and that sort of stuff, not really their effort. But it'll come. I think they're spending the week over there this week. So I don't know what they're going to do. Hopefully,
get on the piss.
Have a bonding
on the lash. Yeah.
Good on you.
Court session or something will work. Before we
need to do. That's what we need to do, fellas.
I reckon let's get into it.
Absolutely.
Let's lock ourselves in a Porter King Portaloo and hook into it.
Well, speaking of Porter King,
one of the big disabled ones.
Speaking of Porter King Portaloos, it is time for the Porter King Player of the Week. Charlie Gubb, who are you nominating?
Man, I've been scratching my head. I don't want to nominate anyone this week. I want to give it to Keyzie. I want you to give it to someone maybe just in the community or someone that you've bumped into and someone that maybe at night and day. I don't know. Who do you reckon?
Very quickly, I've got to say, Barnett, I thought, had a storming game.
There it is, Hoyter. You're a real league nut. We'll give it to Barnett.
There you go. Mitch Barnett is your Porter King Player of the Round. Don't forget, if you need a Portaloo in the Wellington area, hit up Porter King, the best in the biz. Thanks for joining us, Charlie Gubb.
Thanks, fellas.
Good on you, mate.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Do what they told you. What they told you. Do what they told you. Do what they told you.
It's time to wage against the machine.
Winning in the game of.
Yes, indeed, our favourite part of the show, giving away cash. Jake, you mad bastard, how's life?
G'day, how's it going?
Yeah, good, thanks, Jake. Good weekend, mate. What did you get up to?
Yeah, pretty nice weather, yeah. Just a few quiet walks with the fam.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
I did the same thing, actually.
Mogi.
Come on, man. Mogi, please. And what do you do for a crust, Jake?
I work at a fintech startup called Emerge.
Backbone!
Good on you, man.
Right. Now, listen, Jake. The wage today for the hour is $69, all right?
69er.
Yeah, 69.
69er.
Yes.
Jake, do you know how the game works?
Yeah, yell stop, yeah, don't be greedy.
Yeah, so the way it works is today is $69 an hour. You clock into the machine. Make sure you say stop nice and clear and loudly before the machine clocks you out. Otherwise, you could lose everything, all right?
All right, sounds good.
Lock it in, Keyzie. Let's get it started, mate.
Welcome to the machine.
1 hour. 2 hours. 3 hours. 4 hours.
Stop.
Oh, 200 and what's that? 76 buckaroonies.
You.
Yeah,
That's
not
how you
bad,
do
mate.
it, man.
Not bad. What a dollop of cash
fellas.
that is, fellas? Hey, let's see where it would have ended up, Jake.
5 hours. 6 hours.
Oh, no.
7 hours.
Oh.
8 hours.
Oh, so you cut it right in the middle. That's all right, mate. 276
Right in the middle,
bucks.
yeah.
That's good eating, man.
Yeah, that's good cash.
You can walk into that weird place you work tomorrow and tell them to stick it where the sun don't shine, man, because you are rolling in the moolah.
Thanks very much, guys.
Hey, no worries.
Good
No
on
worries
you,
at all, Jake.
We'll pass you over to Puxon in Studio B.
Also, big shout out to, of course, Super Liquor, who gave us a whole heap of cash and
Hey,
said,
cheers to Super Liquor, man. Can
Yeah,
we just
totally, man.
that?
Cheers.
Cheers
they were
to
like,
that.
oh, we've got all this money. Can you give it away $1 at a time?
Cheers to that.
And we were like, do what
Hell
Hodaki
yeah.
told you.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed, the White Stripes there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is 13 minutes to 5 o'clock.
Now, Hoity J. Mogi and Pugson and I have been chatting just off air about the fact that you have raised on more than one occasion a bit of an issue with the way we cover sport here on the Big Show.
Sure.
The way we cover sport is on a Monday, we call Charlie Gubb to talk about the Warriors. On a Tuesday after 6, we'll go over the Warriors team list. On a Wednesday, we have a double pass to the Warriors, which is exciting. And then on Friday, we'll do a weekend preview for the Warriors.
Yeah.
Love
it.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, so good.
And you've raised the point of, what about rugby union? What about Super Rugby? It's been really exciting this year.
Yeah, and our teams are winning.
And our teams are winning, which is great. And it's been very exciting. And so me, Mogi, and Pugson, we got together and we were like, okay, fine.
Got some good news for you, man.
Great.
Is it breaking news?
Oh, I think it's breaking news.
This is breaking news.
Oh, have you got one there that says this is breaking sports news?
Oh, yeah, right here.
This is breaking news.
Sports.
Yeah, I forgot I had that one made. And the breaking news is, Hoity J, that you, my friend, have got your very own rugby union chat. It is a weekly segment, and I've even made a sting for you. All right, so you ready to do it?
Yeah, man.
Keen to get into it now?
For sure.
All right, here you go. Crouch, touch, pause, engage, penalty, run, kick, catch, kick, bounce, kick, run, fin, kick, catch, penalty, line outs, scrums, rucks and mauls, 22-metre dropout, Skulk Burger, Richie McCaw, George Gregan. Oh, do you watch the game at the weekend? Yeah, man, they played great.
My favourite team's the Crusaders.
Oh, really? I like the Blues. I love the Highlanders. I'm a Southern man.
Nah, bro, Chiefs Munna.
I'm from the Windy City up the Hurricanes, man. Jonah Lomu, am I right? Run. Try. Rugby Union Chat with Hoity J.
That's awesome, man. That's really good.
Thanks.
So let's get into some...
We've actually run out of time. Sorry,
we
Jase.
are.
Damn it.
Sorry, because you just shagged around at the start there talking about how you really wanted one.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
I know you guys are a bit sensitive at the moment.
That'll be good moving forward, though.
Yeah, totes.
I reckon we do it
There's been some sublime rugby.
Oh, here's the Stones.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
The Rolling Stones here on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Nearly 4 minutes to 5 o'clock. Coming up after 5 o'clock. Poor old Mogi gets stitched up by his wife over the weekend. Also, just maybe keep your ear out for the 25k fiddler.
That's right. It's going to be happening pretty much all month, really.
Yeah, it is.
So whenever you hear a fiddle being injected into any song, call straight away 0800 Hodaki. You could win some cash.
Yeah, good times. All that after 5.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yeah, welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope you're staggering through your Monday tickety-boo. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. So good.
Yeah.
We were just discussing off air, actually, horrendous jokes we've told on stage before in the past. And
Well, hang on.
And Keyzie dropped an absolute clanger. Boy,
Yeah.
I'm glad that the mics weren't on there. Boy, oh boy.
Because, Jase, I've got a history of being on stage telling jokes.
Yeah,
Back in the day.
But it's speaking of which, of course, that's coming up on Wednesday. What's it called?
The All-Stars Comedy Classic All-Stars, hosted by Brendan Lovegrove. Tickets to our show sold out, but he's doing shows the entire week.
Yes.
And then I believe Ben Hurley's hosting all next week.
Is he?
Right, okay.
Yeah, so if you want to go
Wow.
see a big night of comedy, I'd recommend it.
Just a warning, by the way, if Brendan Lovegrove is emceeing, it usually takes about an hour and a half before you get on stage, particularly if you like the first act.
What does that mean? Oh, like
Well,
he
he just goes on and on. I mean, he's a brilliant comedian, but my God, he goes on.
Yeah.
really.
How are we feeling about it, fellas? We all tickety-boo, ready to go?
Sweet runner, mate.
Yes.
Well, I've heard. I'm feeling good because I've got a whole thing planned out and I just need to remember it, all the bullet points and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've heard Mogi's strategy for Wednesday night, and I am not confident about what he's going to do.
I'm very confident, Mogi. I think that's a great idea. Got
Well,
to
look,
play it.
I don't think there's no way to lose.
Yes.
You know, unless you're in the audience.
Wow.
You're just going to go off, mate. You're going to go
All
off.
I'm going to say is I hope Pugs is filming all of them.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
It'll be good to tread the boards again, actually. Bit of fun, eh, fellas?
Yeah, you got to change your material though, eh?
Oh, yeah, totally. It's all new material from Hoity J.
It's probably a good thing.
Here's news.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, tune, fellas.
Tune.
Oh, that is good eating,
Diddy
fellas. I
smash.
tell you
Really
what.
good eating.
Hey, have I ever... and on that note, we've had a text come through. There's a guy that says if he hears good eating one more time, he doesn't know what he's going to do. So just text us and tell us what you've done now that you've heard it twice more.
Right, okay.
Hey, I had a hell of a weekend over the weekend, if you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
My wife had
wife.
had a bit of work to do on the business that we run. I can't do it. So she was going to do it. And as a result, that meant that I had the honour of taking my daughter to things that both of these things I love. One is going to the zoo. I love it. So good. The other thing I love is kids' parties. So a kids' party at a zoo is just...
Oh, it's just double
Sounds
bonus.
That is just my special
Yeah.
place. It really
Yeah.
is. And so got up. We had to go and do something in the morning, and then we had to sort of... Oh, that's right. It was kids. My daughter's first time playing football. We'll talk about that another day.
Sure.
And so I went to that and then had to jet off to this birthday party. So get to the party. There's no parking. I don't know if you've been to the zoo up here.
Nightmare.
There is never any parking.
Thousands of
Oh,
times.
mate.
We parked 2 kilometres away, then walk. And now, if you've walked with a 4-year-old before, they treat your arm like it's a vine and they're sort of George of the Jungle. And they're just trying to sort of hang off it and they're trying to rip it out of it. So you do that for 2 Ks, which is
Yes.
pretty good. And then got to the zoo there, lined up for 10 minutes, got to the front and they said, oh, no, you should have had a QR code sent out to you. So you don't have to line up. You'd just be able to swipe that at the gate over there. I was like, yeah, mean. And I texted my wife and I said, anything about a QR code? She goes, oh, yeah. Flick that through to me. So sweet as. Go over there, swipe the QR code, go down to where the party is being held, and I don't recognise anybody there.
Does your daughter?
No, she didn't either.
Right.
So I was like, oh, what's going on here? So there was a person from the zoo here, and I had a chat to her. Lovely she was. Possibly shouldn't be working in a job where she has to talk to human beings. Like,
Right.
really lovely, but Yeah, it was a bit of time pressure on there. So anyway, we worked it out eventually and went up to the top office and she said, oh, no, you're not meant to, you're not here for this one. The birthday party for you starts at 1 o'clock. I was there at 10:30 in the morning. So then I had to walk 2Ks back to the car.
Yes.
Go home, kill a couple of hours, or kill by that stage about an hour and a half, and then go back to the zoo, park 2Ks away, walk 2Ks and go through it all again, except this time I actually had to go to the birthday party.
Did you have the QR code that time?
I had the QR code that time.
Yeah.
That was a next level stitch up from my wife there. Completely not deliberate.
Yes.
But she just totally got it wrong.
Classic.
Totally got it wrong. And I got home and I said, I think, you can take her now. She goes, well, that means I can't do the work on the business. I love you. Man, I love you.
Yeah.
You're the best. But I just sort of wondered, what is the best stitch-up that you've ever had? And this goes for you, Jase. You probably had too many to mention.
Yeah.
You're saying off here some shockers.
Yes, so many.
But for the people out there, what are the stitch-ups that you've had where you've sort of had to, sort of endure something around the kids that you probably couldn't be bothered with?
Yeah, 3483. Flick us a text. You can call us on 0800 Hodaki and possibly win yourself a night and day voucher. Mogi, that sounds like an absolute zoo, mate.
Oh, man.
Mogi.
Oh, God.
Get it? Because the...
Far out. Jeez, Keyzie.
Mogi, Hey, excited for stand-up on Wednesday, fellas?
Oh, that would be a good one. That one you should
Oh,
do.
really?
That one.
You should start with
I'll
that,
give you the
Keyzie.
setup,
Yeah.
and then you can come in. Actually, you could heckle me with that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I will.
That'll get the crowd on my side.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Red Hot Chili Peppers there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. We're talking stitch-ups after Mogi got stitched up by his wife horrendously over the weekend.
That's right. I was the one that had to sort of, I guess I don't want to say drew the short straw. It was an honour to be at a 5-year-old's birthday party, but it was at the zoo. I had to walk 2Ks there, and it turned out I got the time wrong, so I had to go to 2 in one day, essentially,
Yes.
as it turned out. We've had some texts come through. We've asked, what is an example of a stitch-up that you've had from your spouse around looking after the kids? Someone here on 3483, I use Pugs' method to avoid the painful kid tasks. I use my box of extra large rubber joeys.
Yeah.
Well, it's a solid way to deal with it, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a solid way.
Works for pugs. Otherwise, jeez, they'd be bloody everywhere.
I actually went to Pug San's place in the weekend. Bloody all over the shop, aren't they?
They really are. It's a sea of them.
What's going on there?
Even in his bathroom, there was a condom vending machine and some of that cheap cologne.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is crazy. I've been stitched up last weekend, although it wasn't about
With your
kids.
haircut.
It sort of was. I haven't even had a haircut, Mike. All right. It was about kids, but not my kids. So I especially was very hungover. We had done a dinner at a friend's house where cocktails were involved, and I had been responsibly drinking those. And you know what it's like when you're having all the sugary stuff. So the next
It's
day,
the sugar, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely the sugar.
it's the sugar. Yeah, I should have had so much sugar. The next day, I was pretty bad, and we went for a walk around the block, and we went past the school, and there was a little sign outside that said, community cafe, come on in. And I was like, what? It's a Sunday. And then my wife was like, oh, let's go in and have a look. I want to see the community cafe. And I was so hungover, and then I went to say I couldn't think of anything worse when a guy came out wearing the shirt. I was like, yeah, guys, come on in. And I was like, oh. So we walk in, get in there. It's for kids. We don't have any kids. There's blow-up castles. People are eating muffins. There's secondhand clothing, which is what piqued her interest. But it was all school uniforms. And then I was about to say, okay, let's go. The lady who organised it came over and had like a 10-minute yarn. And it was all lovely. But I was
Not when you're hungover.
Yeah, nah.
I walked out and I said to Luce, I was like, that is one of the worst things you've ever done. I was so bad.
Did you guys get yourselves a school uniform each, Keyzie?
Yeah, I got her one, yeah.
Ooh.
What?
No.
What was your stitch up, Hoity J?
Okay.
Don't act like it was a
Key.
Oh, okay, that's it. We're going to add.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed, a slightly different version of the Black Keys there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. G'day, Polly from Christchurch. How's your Monday going?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Hey, Polly from Christchurch, your Monday got better because you just won $1,000.
Are you joking?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, boy.
$1,000. Polly, just like that, you were caller 100 and you heard the fiddle rendition of the Black Keys. You called 0800 Hodaki and now you are rich.
Holy hecker.
Polly, what do you do for a crust?
I work in recruitment.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you're going to walk in that door and you're going to tell them to stick it where the sun don't shine because you are rich
as, man. What? Incidentally, by the way, fellas, who's paying that? Is it us or?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, is it?
That's us.
Oh, we take turns paying it?
Oh, it reminds me, Keyzie, I've got to borrow $1,000 off you.
Oh, no.
Right, okay.
I was of the understanding that Hodaki just pays for it.
Oh, right.
No.
Oh,
Oh, really?
It's not how it works. Not how radio works. Hey, Polly, you must be stoked, though.
Dude, I'm speechless.
Good on you, mate.
$1,000 just like that. It's pretty damn good. Polly from Christchurch, you hold the line. Pugs will look after you. He'll get your bank account, and then I will transfer 1,000 of my money to you. All right?
Oh, cheers, what a guy.
Good on you, Keyzie. Will that be out of the fun account? Because that's running pretty low at the moment, isn't it?
That'll be out of utilities. Just a reminder that the 25 grand fiddler continues at any point on Hodaki. If you hear a song with the fiddle mixed in, you could win $1,000 if you're caller 100 on 0800 Hodaki. Fellas, if you head along to the Hodaki Big Show's Instagram there, you'll see footage of the first game of basketball I played this season. It was last week. It was Wednesday. It all came about last minute. I hadn't shot a ball in 6 months, and pretty fire, wouldn't you say? The footage you saw there.
Genuine here, Keyzie. Genuine. I felt really sad for you, and and my heart went out to you, man. I was like, that poor kid.
Yeah.
Riding the bench all the time, just
only for bits of it, though.
Dangling his legs, looking to play with the other fellas. And I seriously, man, speaking of fiddling, I mean, it was playing on my heartstrings a little bit.
Right.
I don't. You say fire, Keyzie. I don't know if it was hot as that. There was some warming of the bench. There was a lot of warming of the bench.
Warming up.
Well, warming up, as well. I don't know if you ever did warm up.
Well, I did the leg swings.
The leg swings are good. They're good.
So I was pretty limber.
Chucked up a couple of bricks.
Yeah. There was a lot of rimming.
Oh, you were rimming hard.
Yeah. There was a lot of rimming there.
I don't think there was that much rimming. I don't know what you're talking
there was
about.
more rimming than I've seen in
There
a
was
while.
a few poignant shots too, Mogi.
Oh, there
really
was.
Where you see sort of Keyzie. It's almost like, me, coach, please, me, coach. Just
We don't have a coach.
Wandering forlornly behind the court.
I could not agree more. I saw the same thing. It was like it was shot by one of the world's great filmmakers. There was old Keyzie sitting alone on the bench, legs swinging beneath him, to and fro, gasping for air, gasping for breath that never comes.
And I think
putting his hand up to the bench.
Yeah.
Pick me. But you can see in his eyes, he doesn't want to be picked.
I think, you know what got me, Mogi, probably the most poignant thing about it was little Keyzie there.
It wasn't little Keyzie, I was fully grown.
Swinging his
touch the
legs.
ground.
And then, I don't know if you saw the shot, just scratching behind his knee there.
The reason I was gasping for air, by the way, is because I forgot my inhaler. Just FYI.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, you shouldn't joke about those sorts of things.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, sorry, fellas.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Yes, indeed, Nirvana there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is 5:45. 6:00. A lot of sport this weekend. Let's have a bit of sport chat.
Of course, we begin with the Warriors, who went down to the Newcastle Knights, unfortunately. First, one win in their past 11 wet games.
Really?
Shocking stat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not great.
In the Super Rugby front, there's been some great rugby going on. And with that in mind, I had to talk to your dad over the weekend, Don Key. And I'm pretty keen because I know he's a big rugby man, Keyzie.
Who, Don Key?
Yeah, Don Key. So he's maybe going to do it with me down the line, fellas.
Oh, so he's like the Charlie Gubb of the Union chat.
I would say so, yeah.
Okay.
Now, listen, the Crusaders playing the Reds. The Crusaders had a great great win last weekend. Everyone was thinking they've turned their season around because they've had an appallingly bad season. Unfortunately, it didn't turn around and they got crushed by the Reds.
Well, that was 33-28.
Yeah, they didn't get crushed, but they lost. And so they're done and dusted pretty much.
One thing I did notice about the Crusaders, though, they were very similar to the Warriors. They were making a lot of really sort of basic errors.
And they've been doing that all season, actually.
Yeah,
and it's the first time they've lost to the Reds in 20 years or something like that.
Something like
Yeah.
that. Hurricanes versus the Waratahs. Of course, Hurricanes top of the table, lost to the Brumbies last week. It was a big upset. Boy, they came out fizzing against the Waratahs. 25 minutes of the most sublime rugby you will ever see.
Yeah.
They did douche the Waratahs completely.
41-12.
Blues versus Rebels. It was a bit of a tight tussle for a while, but then slowly but surely the Blues crushed the Rebels 40-odd to something.
38-11.
And then
40 something
the Chiefs versus the Force. The Chiefs gave them an absolute flogging. They bent them over and caned their asses.
How are the Force going, of course, because this is the club that was pretty much getting shut down. They went bankrupt and then they were brought back.
They've actually been not bad this year, but the top four, you're looking at your Hurricanes, then the Blues, then the Brumbies, then the Chiefs. So she's a great competition, Mogi.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really enjoyable.
Great. The only reason I don't watch it is because really I've got time in my life for one game of sport a week, and so it's going to be the Warriors. And also I don't understand the Super. To be honest with you, the Super Rugby confuses me because they change the format and the teams every year. And when I have to Google how a competition works, I don't bother watching it.
Fair enough, mate.
What about fellas, the A-League, the Phoenix
yeah, boy.
Big semi coming up.
It is a huge semi.
Massive semi.
We've got this, one of the biggest semis I think we've ever had.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
Far out.
Because I think it's a home semi.
I would say this is the most enormous semi in history.
Wow, that's huge.
It's a big semi.
Yeah, it is a big semi.
Because I'm not fully across the A-League, but that sounds like a massive semi.
Oh, yeah, I'm fizzing for it.
At what point does a semi stop being a semi and start being a full-on rager of a match? You know what I mean?
No, you've got the... I think you've got your terminology a bit skewed there.
Well, as I said, I don't watch...
A semi is before the final, so it's a semi-final. It's almost the final.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So, I don't watch much football, so I don't know.
Yeah, so the Phoenix are playing at home and with a chance to make it into their very first GF. I'm assuming they call it a grand final. Who are they playing again, Keyzie?
Melbourne.
That is going to be an absolute rager.
Well, hang on. How can
it's going to be a massive semi.
Well, it's going to be a massive semi, but yeah, ultimately...
I hope it doesn't turn into a soft on.
Yeah.
Soccer's confusing, man.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Now coming up after 6 o'clock, of course, What's on the TV with Mike Minogue.
That's right.
And, of course, it's a Monday What's for Tea New Zealand with me, Keyzie.
Guys.
Can I just say as well, actually, just on, I hate to go back here, but just on What's on the Telly with Mike Minogue, got a TV show that I've been watching. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. So tune in.
Which is big because you're quite it has to be pretty damn good for you to
it's true, yeah.
give it props.
Yep.
So that's happening after 6. Also, as we said, What's for Tea New Zealand with me, Keyzie. Text through, text through on 3483 what you're having for dinner tonight. Say who you are and where you're texting from, and you could win a $50 night and day voucher.
Too good.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you mad bastards. Hope your Monday's going along tickety-boo. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. That felt pretty good, actually.
Not bad.
Hey, don't forget at Night and Day you can get yourself a hell of a caffeine fix. $4.50 barista-made coffee. You can get yourself a coffee card. Every 6th one is free.
I just need to let you know, too, on that front, they're out of rubber joeys because, of course, old Pugsan's been...
nationwide.
Yeah, nationwide.
Wow.
Yeah, they're completely emptied out, mate.
Far out, man.
Yeah.
It's getting quite serious.
It's getting pretty full on.
They're actually running out of plastic and latex.
Yeah.
That seems crazy.
Yeah.
And it's, oh wow.
And I don't know if this is related. I can't tell you. I don't know. But the Nearby Countdown has run out of rolls of Glad Wrap and rubber bands.
This is serious stuff, fellas. Come on.
so bad.
Oh, man. Now, on the podcast outro today.
Oh, that's right.
What do we? Oh, you went to a course yesterday.
I
Muggy,
did, yeah.
Which you said was fantastic.
It was.
So we learnt all about that.
Yeah, we did. And then Jase, you told us about a course that you did way back in the day that really messed you up. Here's a wee clip. So did they do that fast breathing thing?
Well, rebirthing is actually a process by using your right lung and your left lung. It's a breathing process that gets you to that point. And I was vibrating and starting to shake all over the ground, and I went, "No, I'm shutting this bitch down right now."
That's what they do in the cults.
Yeah, I know, man. It was a cult. Yeah, it was pretty spooky stuff, fellas.
Yeah.
But I got through in the end. After a bit of vibrating.
Yeah.
Which is weird, by
and
the way.
levitating.
Hey, up next is What's for Tea New Zealand with me, Keyzie. So keep those texts coming in on what you're having for dinner on 3483, and you could win a $50 night and day voucher.
Good stuff, Keyzie. I'm looking forward to it. I missed What's for Tea.
I do as well. I wish it was every day.
Yeah. Here's Super Groove.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. Ozzy Osbourne there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show. Now, due to public demand, we're doing this again.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys. Text here from Steve. What's for Tea New Zealand with me, Keyzie. So good. Every Monday, What's for Tea with me, Keyzie. It is back. Don't forget to...
Just looking at the look on Jase's face.
Why? What's he doing?
I don't know.
Jase?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just looking, man.
He's just drinking yin, Keyzie.
Right, yeah, he does that. How it works is you text in on 3483 what's on your dinner plate tonight. We read them out and you could get a voucher. G'day, fellas.
It's off to a flying start here, Keyzie.
Yeah. G'day, fellas. Kelvin here.
Oh, Kelvin Harris.
Calvin Hobbs.
Kelvin and the Chipmunks.
Calvin Klein.
G'day, fellas. Kelvin Harris here. I'm living in New Plymouth at the moment. Tonight having lots of sausages. Hard, overripe sausages.
Overripe?
Like overcooked.
Stinky.
You know?
Oh, right.
Cheers. That's from Calvin Harris.
Yuck.
G'day, fellas. This is Chris here.
Oh,
Chris Key.
Chris Columbus.
Chris Key.
Chris Tucker. Chris Rock.
That's Chris Key.
Chris
Yes.
Luxon.
Steak and broccoli for dinner. Beautiful.
He only likes ham and cheese pineapple pizza.
Pizzas.
That is foul, man.
Yeah,
Steak.
that was-
Those are probably my two most hated things, steak and broccoli.
Most hated. What about like discrimination?
Keyzie.
Oh, food wise. Oh, yeah. G'day, fellas. Eleanor here.
Roosevelt.
G'day, fellas. Eleanor Roosevelt here.
Well, she was
She's
a woman for a
dead.
start, and she's dead.
From Whangarei.
My hubby is making chop suey for dinner. How good.
Wow, Teddy Roosevelt's making chop suey.
That's pretty
I thought
impressive.
he was dead.
Yes, so is he dead?
No. G'day, flowers. Jezza here from Invercargill.
Jezza?
I think
Jezza.
that's like a nickname
Oh,
for
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Jeremy spoken in class today.
Yeah, it's Jeremy spoken in class today from the Pearl Jam song. Tonight for dinner, I'm having a pack of Griffin's milk arrowroot biscuits and a nearly expired Easter egg. Feeling good.
That's a hell of a meal.
That's
man.
a combo right
That
there.
is excellent stuff.
One last one.
Oh, can you do that top one?
G'day, flowers. For tea tonight, we're having quiche Lorraine. Cheers. That's from Toby
Yeah, yeah.
And Taranaki.
in Taranaki. Toby.
Maguire.
Toby Leach.
Who's that?
He's an actor.
He's an actor.
He's a little fella.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought you said Tony Veach. You know.
Oh, no, Tony Leach. Yeah. But
yeah.
he'd be in Bali.
Who? Tony Veach.
Yeah.
Should we riff around this for a wee bit, or should we go to some acts?
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Green Day there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. It was the weekend, of course, that we've just been through. So a little bit of telly watching. Let's get into a bit of TV chat. What's on the telly with Mike Minogue?
Yeah. Shogun. on Disney Plus. You would remember, Jase, back in the early 80s, it might have been 1980 actually, that Shogun came out.
I do.
It was a television event, Keyzie. It was a television spectacular. All the more amazing because it was subtitled, completely
Right.
subtitled. Came out of the States, but it's based on a book by James Cavill, I think his name was. And now they've redone it for Disney, and it is magnificent. I've watched 3 episodes. It's based back in the old, back in the samurai days.
Okay, like feudal Japan.
Feudal Japan, thank you. And there's all sorts of traders that come through, the Portuguese.
Yeah.
There's an Englishman that turns up and starts ruffling a few feathers. The emperor has died and he's left a council in place until his successor is old enough to rule on his own. It's sort of like what was that Game of Thrones sequel, House of the Dragon?
Yeah.
Which is coming back, incidentally.
It is coming back. So it's like that, but it looks miles better.
Sure.
And it's like Rings of Power, the Game of Thrones thing, but it's not crap. So it looks as good as Rings of Power.
Oh, Lord of the Rings.
But it's got, the writing is sort of at the Game of Thrones level.
There's no wacky hairdos, are they? Yeah,
just as per the Japanese culture.
That's probably going to...
Yeah, you can't bag that because that's racist.
No, but you know what he's like.
Yeah, I know.
It was just, with that, what was it called, House of the Dragon?
The wacky doos.
The hairdos.
You don't like the blonde dreadlocks.
No.
Really great acting. Very subtle stuff. Really good. First 2 episodes in particular were awesome. The third one not as good. Change of directors, but stoked to have something that is...
Okay.
It's primo.
How many buzzies out of 10?
I've had 2 buzzies so far, Keyzie. I don't know if it's going to be out of 10. There could be hundreds. Or it could just be 2, so I don't know.
Sorry.
So it's just 2 buzzies total.
I mean, how many stars out of 10?
Oh!
Yeah, rating
Sounds
system.
right up my alley,
So
Mogi.
far, I'm enjoying it at about a 7 or an 8. I'd go an 8.
Okay.
I did something different last night, actually. I watched a replay of the Warriors, and I just broke the match down literally minute by minute and wrote notes about what I was seeing on the field, and ended up filling a A4 stationery book with notes.
Yeah.
Just on the one game.
Just on the one game, and just really breaking it down bit by bit by bit by bit.
It was very interesting. You actually showed me that book when you came in today, and all it was just pictures of buzzies and diddles.
Oh, there were some buzzies and diddles in there, for sure. Yeah.
I watched Country Calendar.
Yeah.
How many buzzies do you give that?
A lot of more like 8 udders out of 10.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Soundgarden there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon now. Very exciting, fellas. We're away to Brizzy next week, next Friday.
Have you
That's
checked
right.
your passport, man?
Yeah, she's all good. 2033 for me, Mogi.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think mine's just about dusted.
I just recently renewed it about a year ago for the Tassie trip.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, mine's 2028.
Oh, nice.
I've checked mine. But there are still spots available on this trip if you'd like to join us. Of course, we're going to Brisbane for Magic Round in the NRL. All 8 games of rugby league at Suncorp Stadium.
And I'll be there for all of them.
Seriously, though, Jase, how many of those do you reckon you'll be there for?
3.
Yeah?
That seems like a lot.
It does. I'm just,
because we're going to definitely be...
I'm trying to find a middle ground for myself here.
So it's Friday has 3, I think. Or is it Thursday has 1, Friday has 2, then 3, then 2, or something like that?
No idea.
But the Warriors are playing on the Sunday, so we're definitely going to watch the Warriors game.
Definitely
so
going
that's
to watch
one.
that. That's one.
Yes,
so
on Sunday.
I feel like on the Saturday we'll go there and get a real big stint in and watch plenty, That's what I'm thinking.
I'm trying to decide whether I go early and leave early.
Yeah.
Or sort of
You go
late and leave later.
What if you go early and leave later?
That's not on the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
now listen.
I don't want to not appreciate it. I don't want to ruin it for other people I'm with. I'm going to get rugby leagued out.
Yes.
Having said that, if I turn up and I'm enjoying it, I'll stay. I think I'll go early. That's the way to go. And then if I like it, I'll stay.
Yeah, go early if you like it, stay. Now, I missed the prize giveaway, fellas. Who's coming with us? Can you remember?
John
Cooper from he lives on Waiheke Island. Actually, it turns out.
So, does he?
He does
From Waiheke. Oh, I see.
Yeah, he's
interesting.
Turns out he's actually Cooper Minogue.
Yeah.
All right.
No relation.
No relation. He's got massive bulges, though, and a honker on him, so that's
he's got a
weird.
big set of
I
bulges.
tell
on
you
him.
what, I've always loved the name Cooper. It's a great name.
Oh, yeah, like Quade
And
Cooper.
who's he bringing with him?
I don't know. His partner, I think.
Yeah.
No, actually, no, it was
Oh,
one of his
she's
boys.
lovely.
It's one of his boys.
one of his boys.
Yeah, well, Mike would know.
No, it's one of the lads.
Because they're mates. So there are still spots available on this trip, by the way, thanks to boystrip.co.nz. It includes free flights. Well, not free, you pay for them, but flights, accommodation, tickets to a sold-out Magic Round, insurance, transfers, all of that, $2,800 per person, and you'll be on the same trip as the four of us here at the Big Show. So head to boystrip.co.nz for deets.
Sounds sweet.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Oh, there you go, you mad bastards. That's your Monday done and dusted. Mogi, your plans for the night, mate?
Party.
Yes.
Suck, bite.
Yeah.
That's going to be me, man. That's my new motto I'm going with for the rest of my life. Party. Suck, bite.
Is there a lick in there?
Nah.
Just suck,
Nah.
bite.
Yeah.
Okay,
Suck,
interesting.
Suck it.
Are you
gotta suck
sucking it hard?
Yeah, got to suck it hard.
Yeah.
And then you bite it.
So,
And then you're like, and then it's like, suck it.
so early night for you then?
Yeah.
Probably 7-ish. 7:30-ish.
We can't go to bed at 7. It's
Well,
almost 7,
yeah, he
Jase.
drives very quickly.
I'll be driving home, man. I'll fall asleep at the wheel. What are you up to, Keyzie, man?
That is a great question,
Thanks,
Mogi.
man.
I got my video game podcast tonight.
Oh, yes.
So if you want to go to sleep early, I'd suggest not listening to that.
Yeah, that's
that'll
true.
keep you up. Jesus.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably be on the way to that listening to Greg Preble on the night show because he's got the Foo Fighters coming up and the Cult.
Do you know
So
what his
good.
nickname used to be when he was a teenager?
Preble.
Krebs.
The Impregnator.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. I can see that.
I don't get it.
That's what I heard about you when you were at high school.
Don't be a dirtbrain,
I don't
Keyzie.
get that either. What are you up to tonight, Jase?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. My
Is it?
my wife's going to dinner.
My wife.
And I did a really stupid thing today, fellas. And I'm giving myself
Oh.
a slap across the face.
You didn't give her a compliment, did you?
My daughter said, my wife said to my daughter, "What would you like for dinner tonight? Because I'm going out and your dad will be home after work." And she said, "I don't know, but I can make something." And then I jumped in and went, "Oh no, let's just get a pizza or something, eh?"
Yum. What's wrong with that?
Well, because she
was
never
gonna-
offers to do that stuff. And I went, no, let's just get a pizza. Do brain, Hoyt.
Yeah.
Well, can't you now just
You can't go
text
back on
her
that,
or
Keyzie.
ring her and
No,
say,
no.
hey, maybe
Well,
you should make
yeah,
something?
she burst into tears and ran
Yeah,
off, and
exactly,
I was
yeah.
I ruined it.
Far out.
And I'll probably go to the gym, have a protein
We
shake.
don't have time for this. We gotta wrap
And
it up.
yeah. Hey, have a great night. See you tomorrow.
See you at 4. Bye.